think I want to see a non-edited version first, like just to have all of the new things, and then after that I'll check a version where you have like the new mods and whatnot. Okay, boys, let's go. Okay, Valakos Storm's Embrace. 0.5 maximum life regen per second. Hair Enduring Charge. More damage for each Enduring Charge lost recently. Up to 15%. Now that's an interesting mod. I don't know if you listen to PDA, but I said I want to see it as it is first, and after that I'll check when, like, you know, the one that you just linked at me. I literally just said it, like said that. That is a very interesting modifier. That basically means that you have to use Immortal Call or Discharge or whatever the fucking melee skill is that also uses Enduring Charges. I don't remember the name. Tectonic Slam. Yep. That's interesting. Vigilant Strike? Wait. Vigilant Strike doesn't do anything with charges, no? Does it? What? I don't remember it doing that. Oh wait, no, wait, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. It's just because nobody really uses Vigilant Strike in that way, where you actually have to use it. But yeah, it bypasses it bypasses the cooldown if you use Enduring Charge. Yeah. I've never played a build that actually does anything with that, I think. It's weird. Now that I think about it. Okay. Life regen, Enduring Charge. Okay, that's just a minor node to it. Oh yeah, that's a 4-pointer. Okay. Tavohoa, Forest Strength. Chance to gain Enduring Charge when you use a fire skill. Physical damage per end charge, fire damage per end charge. Okay. So basically that's 10% fire damage if you go full up conversion. Okay. That's I mean that's good Enduring Charge. Good Enduring Charge generator. There's an old version, new image. Yeah, and I just want to see the actual all of the new things before I start looking at the differences. It's so much clearer. Like I literally have it here. I have it here. Fine. Yeah, Enduring Charge duration and life regen. Then we have this boy here. Also, wait, how many? Wait, there's 16 of them? That's a lot of nodes. You just say that. Okay. So the 5 is life regen, totem placement speed. Oh yeah, 17. Never mind, because of minor node. Yep. Can't fucking look at numbers, dude. It's hard. Yokohama's War Herald. Yokohama War's Herald, I guess. 1% damage dealt by your totems is leads to you as life. 50% increased effect of buff granted by your active ancestor totems. Activation range. Oh, that's nice. And an area effect AoE when you have totem. Huh. That's a pretty damn decent 2-pointer. Or like, I guess one well, you know, one lab. Activation range is the range in which you need to stay in. Yes. So it's actually pretty the range that you have to be within to your totem for it to actually attack is relatively small, and this makes it really big. That's a really big. Yeah, it allows you to run around and dodge so much more. Then we have life regen, fire resist, 100% fire resist, 2% life regen, physical damage from hits taken as fire. Increased life recovery rate if you've taken fire damage from an enemy hit recently. Unaffected by ignite. Damn, that like screams righteous fire. The question is how consistent this is gonna be. Because it's only from an enemy too, so you can't like self-hit yourself. Do you actually see properly? Well, you see it better. I guess I can do that. God damn it! Let me do this, I guess. You see it. You see it. It's fine. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be that doesn't mean that you're actually gonna be getting hit consistently. Every single physical hit that you ever take will proc this, but that doesn't mean that you're actually taking physical hits or hits in general. Those are two completely different things. When I say consistency, I'm talking about actually getting hit. Because, well, builds nowadays. Now that would be completely different if you could self-proc this. I mean, this is basically just like face tank mode. Well, spiral, but yeah, that doesn't work because it needs an enemy hit. So that has a massive downside in that sense. Okay, and then life regen. Wait, there's life regen, totem placement, speed. So wait, there's two different. Oh, I like it that you have two different totem clusters and you don't regard to have both of them. No, enemy has to hit you. So any proc that you do to take damage yourself does not trigger this. You have to be hit by an enemy, which means that if you have an insane damage on your righteous fire and you go around and shit dies immediately, you're not gonna be proccing this. But then again, you're not gonna be building around your sustainability of the righteous fire around this. This is just a nice buff, like, you know, against like shit that hits you. But yeah, I wish this was a bit longer than 4 seconds. Then again, like nobody is gonna use hitless on a righteous fire build. So the whole idea goes out of the window from that. Anyone doing righteous fire, I mean, I guess you're just thinking about hitless build in general. Reflect doesn't count as a hit. I mean, reflect is a hit because you can evade it, and you can block and dodge it. Like you can evade and reflect and dodge and block when you hit something that reflects back. Okay, 9 and 10. That's the totem node. Totems are immune to fire damage. Enemies near you take less damage. Your totems deal less damage and you take extra damage. Okay. Oh, I understand what's the confusion now. The dude was talking about hitless, and you're talking about righteous fire, as in monsters reflecting righteous fire, like damage from righteous fire. Yeah, damage over time doesn't hit. But he was talking about hitless, which is a weapon. But I'm not sure. Hitless says, okay. Enemies you attack reflect 100% physical damage to you. Each enemy hit by an attack made with hitless will reflect 100% physical damage to the wielder. The old one, right? But that doesn't require an enemy to hit. Yeah, but you take fire damage because you have 10% physical damage taken as elemental. It's not conversion though. Just to be to be precise, it's damage shift. It's not a conversion. It's damage shift. That's important to make the difference because if it was damage conversion, then damage modifiers would apply differently. But yeah, okay, let's check all of the rest of the things. Okay, so yeah, I think that's still the same. We're gonna see them soon, like the change. Yeah. Then 11, 12, fire damage regen, chance to ignite more burning damage, and then 10. Okay. That's a weird node. Because that's okay, the more burning damage is obviously nice for all of degens. It's nice for ignite. Chance to ignite is obviously nice. And then you have 15% pen. That goes like all over the place. Because the pen doesn't apply to burning damage or ignite. But it's a 15% pen. And it's a 2-pointer, so yeah. It's just a weird node. It's not it. Is there a build that actually benefits from every single of these modifiers? The only thing I can think of is like an incinerate that goes like does some hit damage, but it's mainly ignite or something like that. Herald of Ash, but Herald of Ash doesn't ignite. Sorry, Herald of Ash is just damage over time. It doesn't benefit from pen at all. It doesn't benefit from the ignite either because it doesn't hit. So only the 15% more burning damage is doing anything for Herald of Ash. But this is weird because if you play ignite builds, you don't use pen. If you play righteous fire, you don't ignite. You don't need ignite. You don't need pen. Like you don't. There's not a single build that really benefits from all of this. I think, unless we're talking about like a hybrid hit degen, like a hybrid hit plus ignite build. And doing a hybrid ignite plus hit is kind of. I mean, fine, and then having like fine versus properly min-max build, you know, there's a difference. But yeah, I mean, having a bit of extra pen isn't bad if you're doing like something like incinerate, I guess. Some aura magic, 25 and pen. I mean, this is a good node for a lot of things. I'm just trying to think of a build that would actually benefit from every single of these three modifiers. If you're playing properly min-max, you're most likely not playing Chieftain. We're not talking about that. We're talking about min-max Chieftain, okay? Min-max Chieftain using, you know, fire skill, okay? Don't come at me, okay? Life region fire damage, yeah? Fire damage leeches life, 20% chance to cover rare or unique enemies in Ash, yep. And then percentage strength. Oh, that's nice. That's a pretty good node. It's a pretty good node. Life region, fire damage. 50% of physical damage converted to fire. For 10 seconds, gain 100% physical as fire for 4 seconds. Honestly, this doesn't sound terrible for something like Molten Strike. You get some pretty juicy shit for that. Okay, let's look at the Tectonic, yeah. I mean, now there's actual like all of them are good. Completely new, yep. So they nerfed this a bit. Removed 0.5 region per entrance charge. Oh, and they removed that. Okay. Reworked. Those are completely new stuff. Oh wait, they completely axed the reflect. Oh no. 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 It was such a cool node. And yeah, the taunt is gone too. Yep. The taunt was a pretty strong defensive node on it. Alrighty then. So they did this. So they buffed the region, and then they added the life recovery rate. Okay. This is basically new, except they buffed the pen, and then they moved, like they split the node. Took it off because of Monster Champion thing. But it was a totem specific taunt. I think it was fine. And then they buffed the chance to cover, which is nice. And then they buffed this a bit. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is now a viable righteous fire class. before it really wasn't. Like, Righteous Fire Chieftain just was pretty. In general, it was just bad. And they added so much stuff to it. But this is like 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was playing Righteous Fire Chieftain in Breach. That doesn't mean that it was good. I'm sorry, dude. I like how they split the totem nodes. So you don't have to take both of them if you want something specific. I mean, I'm not surprised that they removed it. I'm just a bit sad that they did. It was nice having a class that could have the taunt outside of Decoy Totem. What would you do if you really wanted to go Righteous Fire? I think you would probably go here, right? You would go for Valakos. Most likely because of the region, and then you get more damage, and then you just use. I don't know. Yeah, you would probably go here. Would you? Because this 2-pointer is actually legit. This is like an actual legit node for Righteous Fire. Right? It gives you regen, it gives you damage. It makes your decoy totem immune to fire damage. It makes monsters deal less damage around the decoy totem, and then they take 16% increased fire damage. That's 16% more damage taken if you don't have any other sources like that. For 2 points, that's actually really strong. But then the issue with that is if you were to use decoy totem like that. No, wait. Actually, I don't think you would use decoy totem. You would use scorching ray totem for the debuff instead, and you would taunt yourself so you get hit for the life recovery buff, like life recovery rate buff. Right? You would absolutely go for 8 for Righteous Fire, I think, right? You get life reach, you get a crazy fire resist, you get the physical damage from hits as fire. Yeah, you would take 8. You would take 8. Without a doubt. You go for 8. You go almost 16 again. Okay, that's dog shit. So 8 is a must. You take that. Then 12 is an option, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just 15% more burning damage. So 12, 8. That's honestly, you probably go 1, 8, and 12. Most likely, because if you like, okay, let's say that you take 12, you take 10, not 10, 8, right? You take this, obviously. 8 is a must. 12 is pretty fucking good. And then if you go 3, you definitely go up to Valako as well. If you go for 3, I think then you go for 1 as well.
because you know it's breach and pair charge. Yeah, you go here. Yeah. This is a must. This is too good to not have. And then you can consume the charges for a. You consume 5 charges for Immortal Call, and you take less damage. It's not from hits, right? It is actual. Immortal Call is now instant charger. Grants less physical and elemental damage taken for its duration. So you consume Immortal Call, like the Enduring charges. With Immortal Call, you get up to 35% less elemental damage taken, because this is level 20. So when it's 21, it's gonna be 35. You do that, and then when you do that, it also provides you a 15% more damage. So the 1 is absolutely a must if you go here, yeah? 8 is a must. And then you have 2 points left. So it's either 12, which is literally just 15% more burning damage, and fire damage and life regen. Or you go for the 10. Honestly, I think 10 is better than 12. Are regenerating them? 35% chance to gain Enduring Charge when you use a fire skill. Enduring Cry. Can use Flame Dash. If you use Scorching Ray, which you would put into a totem. Honestly, I think 10 is better than 12. Okay, 12 is good for mindless gameplay. 12 is better for bossing, I think. But then again, there's also 14 for the Ash, but that's it. I mean, okay, it has strength too. Like, I wouldn't rule out 14, honestly. For okay, for any proper build, you don't go for 14. So let's just make that straight. For any proper build, you go for 14. You get the Ash elsewhere. But for a Scuffed Soul Self-Found build, you might actually take this. I don't know. No, since you need that and you need that. No, yeah, these are too good. Yeah, you don't have room for 14. No, you just don't. You don't. Never mind. Wave of Conviction. Yeah, Wave of Conviction too. Yeah, also Wave. Dude, you can have so much minus res. If they don't rework EE, you get EE. You get Wave of Conviction. Or that gives you like minus 40 something, because 25, and then you put the ignite thingy. Yo, there is, yeah, okay, 12 is actually good, because a chance to ignite means that your Wave of Conviction is gonna ignite more often with combustion, right? Because you need you do Wave of Conviction combustion, right? And combustion gives you up to 50% chance to ignite, and it's minus 20 at level 21, I believe. So if you get it, yeah, it's minus 20 with 50% chance to ignite. So this chance to ignite actually helps with Wave of Conviction combustion. Yeah. Right, so you get that. Yeah, 12 is really good. 12 is really good. But I feel like this is really good as well, because this has less enemies deal. That's just a straight up 0.92 multiplier on the damage of enemies, assuming you have an alive totem, obviously. So it's a more situational in that way. But potentially the 16% increased fire damage taken is more damage than this. So you have to remember that too. Like, this in a vacuum is more damage than this for a Righteous Fire build. And then we also have to remember the fact that the Juggernaut exists. But yeah, Chieftain Righteous Fire is definitely a decent option now. Incoming unique, you are a totem. Oh my god, that would be so cool. That would actually be so cool. Imagine having a unique that makes basically you are a totem. And then you take the then you take whatever the double totem node. And then you use blink and you're double totem, dude. Well, yeah, okay, so Righteous Fire Chieftain is legit. Molten Strike Chieftain is legit. Did my stream die? Where were we? You guys, do you guys remember where were we during the Chieftain discussion before the Twitch went full Ripperino? I think I was talking about what this is, I guess, nice for now. And like, well, yeah, the Righteous Fire is definitely nice. Not sure if I would prefer it over Juggernaut. This definitely has more damage. This is like the more offensive Righteous Fire. While Jug is still like probably I mean, it is still the defensive one. No, but if you were a totem, oh yeah, that was just memeing that you'd make yourself a totem. But if there was an item that would make you consider to be totem, then you could get like something like, dude, if I could make a unique item, guys donate so I can make a unique item. My unique item would be something, I don't know what, like what item base that would make you be considered a totem, so you could use totem damage nodes, you could, like modifiers. You could use totem resist modifiers, you could use totem life modifiers. Like, dude, there's a lot of shit here for totems, right? You could there's a damage, and this would basically do everything. I don't know what the fuck placement speed would do. Like, oh, you know, no, totem damage and like, no, that's not I don't know how you would do it. Like what the placement speed would end up doing, probably nothing, but like a way so that you could scale totem damage, totem life, totem resistances for yourself, and well, obviously the main meme is so that you would be immune to it. No, okay, that's yeah, no, mainly for the enemies deal less damage around you, and then they will take increased physical and fire damage. But obviously that's not gonna happen, right? So what if you could place a totem on your head instead, like a mirror charger? Oh god, no. But yeah, okay, so Righteous Fire, whatever the fuck the spell is pretty decent now. Well, decent, it's better now, obviously, because this is buffed. The new spell, I always forget the name. The channel skill, I don't even remember the name of it. But that's pretty nice with this now. Molten Strike. Well, obviously Totem builds. Tectonic Slam, yeah, exactly. Like you could easily make like a hybrid totem, like a totem build as Righteous Fire. And I still kind of lean towards if I were to make Righteous Fire, to take Moon's Presence over like Sunslide.
But yeah, overall, there's a lot of good notes. There's a lot of good notes here. Basically, all of these notes are actually like really nice. I think the node that is gonna see the least use is probably 14. But yeah, I don't know. Or one of the totem nodes. Because Hierophant is such a strong totem class. I'm definitely surprised that we got a Chieftain rework, because I thought that this was gonna be mainly around melee builds and melee ascendancy classes, right? But I mean, you can definitely play melee builds with a Chieftain now and feel pretty damn nice. Life leech, more fire damage. I'm okay. Actually, never mind. I think 14 is gonna be taken quite often because people are gonna be playing melee builds, and if people go play a melee slash conversion chieftain, they're definitely going for it. And anyone who plays Molten Strike Chieftain is gonna take the node, I think. Especially everyone who plays in Solo Alpha. Purifying Flame Totems, yeah, those should be pretty freaking nice, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the strength PV is still gonna be really nice. Yeah, in trade league, you most likely gonna cook some. But it depends on a build too, though. Like, let's say that you go. I wouldn't go. Let's say that I would make a. No, wait, you would take it because of the fact. I was about to say. Yeah, actually, yeah. BV Strength Chieftain absolutely would take Hinekora over Xoft's Blood, I think. Even on trade. Because it allows you to use other big boy. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about the Shaper Amulet and allowing you to get Headhunter buffs that last longer. But I don't know. Xof is still really strong. Xof is just. Xof is just. Yeah, this is pretty fucking insane. Yeah, you would probably still go. You would probably still go that for the PV build, honestly. But you don't need to. Like, your close tower of fire. You get this from the node. Okay, so it's 10% pen, it's 10% strength, fires, and max life. So I think there are definitely better. I think endgame strength PV would not take soft blood, and you just take other fire. It's not like you're most likely gonna have these nodes anyways, and then there's I mean, you probably will take those. Yeah. Yeah. You can craft like Elder Amulets and Shaper Amulets and whatnot. Oh yeah, that's also true. Is you don't have to take Avatar Fire. You can just get the conversion elsewhere. Like you can get the remaining 50% conversion through, well, for example, the quiver, whatever that's called. You remember the name? I don't remember the name. Or use the shield and gloves. Yes, you can. You can do the gloves plus the shield. The shield is Chernobog is really freaking nice. This is such an Chernobog is such an undervalued item. It has a good life. It has a decent armor. You know, thanks for the house steel. So it has a decent life. It has good resistance. You have the conversion, and then you have the enfeeble on hit. This is like really nice, and then you get some flat damage too. It is really nice. And then you have the quiver. I think it's signal fire, right? The other way is to craft a pretty feels good man bow. I guess rip implicit bases from synthesizing, but either way, you could do signal fire, get a nice bow, use Calm's Heart, and then use the conversion gloves. Well, I mean, wait, no, you don't need the conversion gloves for this. Never mind.
Overall, I think the Chieftain change. I'm not gonna go with 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna say this is like a solid. If we compare this to existing ascendancy classes without knowing what the new ones are gonna be, I'd say this is a solid. I'm gonna say 8.5 out of 10, while Trickster is 10. So I mean, comparing to Trickster, I'd say this is an 8.5. It has a lot of, you can do a lot of things with this. I can't think of anything that it's the best though, other than strength PV, like strength based PV. Probably the only thing I think this probably gonna be the best at. It's definitely not crap, but I don't think it's gonna be the ascendancy for most things. I think people are still gonna use Juggernaut over Chieftain for Righteous Fire for the sake of the tankiness. Occultist for clear speed. Like Chieftain is still is good for it now.
And it does, I mean, I guess it does more single target damage than Jug does, and it's safer for bossing than Occultist. I don't know. Kinda, it's middle ground, I guess. Rate it on a scale from Slayer to Trickster. The thing is, Slayer in vacuum isn't even that bad. It's just you don't need any of the shit anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I were to play Chieftain next league. I don't know what I would play with it, but I don't know, it seems nice. From Slayer to Trickster, I'd say this is Chieftain. That's a really good. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll definitely agree to that. Honestly, what I want from not Trickster, Slayer rework. First of all, I want a Slayer rework. I'm hoping we'll get one. Is I want them to actually make the Leech, like I want them to rebuff the Slayer Leech, so that it's actually, you know, good. Because even with the crazy Leech, it wasn't like the most played build still. But I really want to see Slayer get the Leech up back on it. Slayer glad. I really want to see Raider being upgraded as well, honestly. Obviously, Berserker. Berserker and Gladys are 100% gonna be reworked. Based on the freaking build archetype things. Oh yeah, yo, give Slayer Rampage. Dude, that would be so fucking nice. No, there is Pepe Laugh. Just it's the one with lowercase p. Get the Pepe Laugh, that boy. I think there's the one with a capital P at the start is the one with like slightly opened eyes, I think, right? Yeah, boys, it's like what? Not that far. 9 days and 6 hours. 9 days and 6 hours, boys. There's a lot of stuff we're gonna still see. Yeah. I like the Chieftain changes. It's not the greatest thing, but it's definitely better than it was before.